Hello, everyone. Welcome in to WNBL, the Wannabe League. This is the grand finals between Leviathans and Aviate GG.
This is it. This is the big one.
It is indeed, and this time it's a best of 5. So how that works is Leviathans had the upper bracket win, and Aviate came from the lower bracket after losing to them actually earlier in the upper bracket finals, I believe. And then they won the lower bracket finals against Faded, and now they're here to face them again, the rematch. And so that gives Leviathan the one map advantage, which would be the decider map, which was the last map picked, which ends up being Theme Park. So each of the teams had 2 maps that they get to choose then from there, and they only get to ban 1 map. How about you walk us through that, Danny?
Okay, so we are starting off on Villa. I'm not too sure about this map. I haven't seen much of it from either team, so not really sure what to say. Then after Villa, we're going to be going on to Cafe, which I know is a pretty strong map for Aviate. Like I said, don't know much about it on Leviathans. Also, Cafe, my favorite map. I just need to put it in there every time. Then we got Oregon, pretty supposedly well balanced map, but I don't think Aviate's too strong on this one. I know Leviathans are pretty good on this one. And then for our final map, if we happen to get to it, is Clubhouse.
Right, and then the bands coming out, Leviathan's band Consulate and Aviate band Coastline. So normally what you would say are those are the 2 maps that are could be considered attacker sided. Coast especially can go that way, but I've seen Consulate go that way plenty of times. So it's interesting that those are
True.
the 2 maps that were taken out.
I bet Aviate's happy that Theme Park is the one that Leviathan's got as the 7-0 map.
Right.
Little map advantage.
I have to wonder how planned that was. I thought they were going to ban it, but they only got 1 ban. And let me think. So they got 7 out there. What was the map they played on the first map when it was 7-5? That was on. Was that Coast? Trying to remember.
Oregon. It was
Was it
Oregon.
Oregon? Okay, it's been a
It was
little while.
Oregon, yeah.
Been a few weeks, I think, since that matchup had happened. So my memory isn't the greatest, but yeah, Oregon, and so that's actually going to come out again. So we'll see. That was really, really, really close. All right, we're waiting for 2 players on the Aviate side to come in. I know Cyberpunk is released recently. I've been playing a lot of that myself, so maybe people are trying to find a good place to save. Move on over to Siege here. Well, looking at the maps, I'll go a little more in depth. I think we've seen Villa from Aviate for sure. I know I've seen them play on it before. Um, Cafe, yes, they are strong on that. I've seen them play that too. We saw last time these 2 faced off on Oregon. It was actually a pretty close matchup, so that's the one to watch out for. And then Club, I don't know if I've seen much of that map from either of these teams actually. So that'll be an interesting one if it gets there. Now, Leviathans does have that map advantage. So that means if they win the first 2 maps, that's it. They just get the 3 maps out of 5, and they're just done. So looking at those first 2 maps, Villa and Cafe, Aviate's going to have to find something. And you said Cafe is the strong one, but I would be very scared for them if they lost Villa and they're down 2 maps, even if it is, like, let's say it's the strongest map. I don't know for sure. But let's say it is. It's still quite a situation to find yourself in. So I think the first map, Villa here, I think that's a key map for Aviate.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you don't want to be down 2 maps. You're already down 1. Going down 2 literally puts you in a very tough spot. You need to win 3 maps in a row to win the whole thing, and that's just tough on its own. Already having to come back from being down 1.
Okay, so there's a slight delay, but I do see that in chat. Vitality's talking about his teammates. They should be here soon. So just got to wait a little bit longer. That's 1 in. 1 more. Come on. I don't really know what else to say about these bands. There's only so much to be said. Um,
Yeah. Talk about the players.
that's true. Well, I guess you could talk about the bands a little bit. We've seen really frag heavy coming out on Leviathan side. We kind of knew that between these two teams when they first met up, and we've seen Leviathans on coast before, and they have been pretty crazy there. So I'm not surprised to see Aviate take that away. I am a little surprised to see Consulate go, but again, I think that's just a map most teams and players don't really care for at this point. It's pretty played out. It's an older map now, and it's not a fun map necessarily. I think people find it one of the least fun maps to play.
Yeah, definitely.
So, not surprising to see that banned out then, if it's that bad. Oh, Danny, I forgot. I have your volume turned down, so I'm going to turn you up. Hopefully people can hear you
That's
better.
a good idea.
Seems like a
Let
good
me
idea.
blow your ears out. Let me blow your ears out.
There we go. That'll be better. No, I think I'm all right. Well, we could talk about the players a bit. Key players that we've seen on Leviathans. Raining for sure. You just have to say it right off the bat. The guy's insane. We saw him have a heavy hand against them last time, and I expect him to try and continue that. And looking at some other players, Barty we've seen be a pretty standout performer, a newer member of their team. And Morrissey, we saw last time, performed very well, and they were the newest member of Leviathans.
I think Morrissey was his tryout. Tryout. Sorry, that was his tryout game versus Aviate. So it looks like he made it.
Right. And he's still here. So that's the lineup. Rage and Bobster are the other two. And the whole team, really, really good. We've seen Rage as more of a support role, I believe, if I remember correctly. So I expect to see them playing that role and doing the hard breaching, things like that. Aviate, you know them better, so I'll let you talk about them.
About Aviate. Okay, so key play. Well, first of all, Ghost here is a sub, I believe, it's for Tempting, who is not going to be playing tonight.
No shield player. Holy crap.
But I think the big person here to watch is Tyler. He's the big fragger on the team. He's been playing, well, I would say against Leviathans on that first map, Oregon. He played phenomenal, and then when they went on to Theme Park, we don't talk about that, but he's been their top player throughout all this against Faded as well in the losers bracket. He's just been their top guy here, so definitely to watch. I'm curious to see how Ghost does, considering he is a sub. I'm curious to see how well he's playing, considering this is the grand finals. It's the biggest match of the season. It all comes down to this, so it's gonna be a fun one.
Well, here it starts. Everyone's in, so we're good to go. Leviathan's map pick. Aviate chose defense first, so we're going to be seeing Aviate probably play, I imagine, Aviation and then Trophy. But again,
on Aviation.
Yeah, no, that like almost stopped me there. But I can also see this them trying to do that thing where they start with a different bomb site. They're pretty well known for that, trying to throw off their opponent.
That definitely could be one. It's an interesting way to handle things.
Not surprising to see the Thatcher pick, excuse me, but the Hibana pick I think is a little bit surprising. What do you think they're thinking there? That was Leviathan banning the Hibana.
Hibana? I'm not sure. I know I have seen Hibana banned here a few times. I guess she is a bit more powerful now with the ability to switch how many she can use, how many pellets. So maybe that's their thoughts. Oh, stop a hard breacher. No.
Well, with Temp out of the game, I was about to say, it's surprising that they take out the Clash, because we know Temp is known for that on Aviate's side, but Leviathan still take it away. Probably just in case. They probably don't know what Ghost will bring, and if he's replacing Temp, you have to assume that he might take up some of the roles that would be missing, possibly. Just maybe an idea of what they're thinking there. But otherwise, I think Clash is just, in general, pretty powerful on this map, and can be really annoying, especially if they hold like classical hallway and stairs over there, main stairs.
Yeah,
so
definitely. Not a big fan of Clash ever.
In this case, we see Mira taking out a pretty common ban as well. Very powerful in that Aviate bomb site. So, taken off the board, not allowed. Looking at what they're choosing to start off, we know Raining is on Ashe. That's pretty standard. Barty on Zofia. They're both the fragging roles. So, again, nothing surprising here. We're going to see Rage on the Ace. I think we've seen him play a lot of Thermite, so that's a little bit different. But I guess, you know, the AK is a better gun. You get smoke grenades for helping with plant, so it makes sense. On the other side, we're seeing a Pulse being brought. That's interesting. Important to note, we are going to Trophy and Statue for the first site.
Ah, see, different.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Keep switching it up every time.
Well, Ultra Instinct is called Blue as well. Let's switch their name. They are on that Melusi role. We know that they're known to be the roamer, and they play this role very often. Admiral, known as the support role on that Cade, going to be denying the hard breach on the bedroom wall over there. We have a mute brought on top of it. That'll probably help with the droning. And then the Pulse is obviously going to be playing below, you would think, with his scanner trying to catch him with that C4 that he has in hand. Otherwise, Rich, we know, is in Ash Jaeger main. What used to be known as a toxic role has sort of become a mainstay in the lineup.
Yeah, it's just a normal thing. You see Ash Jaeger, it's like, oh, okay. I mean, there are times you'll go into ranked games, let's say, and you'll see every single person you're playing against is an Ash Jaeger main, because everybody loves them, you know.
Well, it makes sense. Once upon a time, they were really quite OP, I would say. Ash with that ACOG, they removed that from the R4C. I think that really did help take away some of the pick rates on her.
100%.
And then Jaeger, we saw, he's no longer a 3-speed. It's not a huge deal, but it is still something. He does make more noise. It's not as easy to roam. And then on top of it, his ADSs were just recently nerfed as well. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him lose a little bit.
He's still got a good gun, though.
Admiral getting wallbanged slightly, taking about half their HP out. We're not able to deal any damage back either, but they survived, so that's what matters really.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Still have Ultra Instinct down there below, so waiting for an opportunity to rotate and catch them on a flank. Well, they've taken over control on the top floor south side over there in Aviate and Vault and Games and 90 as well. So far not much coming out. Raining going to get a kill onto Ghost. That's the sub we talked about, the Pulse taken out. Looks like Blue here might find a kill possibly if they're not careful with their drone work. They do see him. He takes a lot of damage. He's going to rotate up Astro Stairs here, trying to escape. Someone on the window. Is there an engagement about to happen?
Almost.
Well, bullets raining, but no one being found. See Fatality over here engaging with those over in 90, and on landing, Rich getting a nice kill on the Barty. That was the person who was right there next to him.
Oh, he hit him with a good night.
Yeah, and he got a nice shot over there from bedroom. That's Morrissey getting a kill on the Admiral. So 2v3 now coming out. Who's going to win this first round? Fatality taking some damage here. He has to watch his back. They do have someone on that window still. And someone coming up the stairs here. Rich holding a nice angle. Going to do his best here to stop this push. Bobster getting a kill and he's down. But his grenade did find the kill. And then Morrissey cleans it up onto Rich. Rich getting a kill on the raining, but didn't really matter. At that point, he's a 1v3 and easy refrag for Morrissey here. First round going to Leviathans.
I don't think he expected the guy in the window to hop in like that.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard to hear, especially when you were just shooting bullets and the sound cue would have been happening at that same time. So it was a good decision on Morrissey's part.
I don't think they expected him to be there, though. I mean, the Ash wasn't even looking there, so I think Morrissey's jump in was just like, oh, okay, looks like nobody's here. And then once Raining died, he had like 2 seconds to react there.
All right, and luckily, yeah, the other person wasn't expecting him. Rich on the other side of that engagement. Ghost going to 6-pick off of Vigil back onto the Pulse. Didn't really work out last time. He just found out, but he's going to go for it again. And they're also going to go to Trophy Statuary again.
Attackers need to locate and defuse.
I guess they're hoping to win it this time.
Well, you have to win one of the bomb sites, and this is a good one. Aviate's a pretty good one, but the other one's not so great down below, I would say. Success rates down there have been hit or miss. So it makes sense to see what you can do again.
On most bottom floor sites are not the best.
Plus, it came down to a 2v3, and, well, that's really not too bad. So if you clean up a couple things, they're probably thinking they can get a W here.
So 1v3.
10 seconds left.
So Ultra is switching off of the Melissa. You're going to bring these cams on the Valkyrie
5 seconds
instead.
remaining.
I like the extra information game. It makes sense. And then you have the Pulse to
Attackers
complement
must
it.
locate and defuse
And then
the
you're
bomb.
denying them with those meat jammers. So a lot of information coming out on the side of Aviate, hopefully, if they utilize it correctly, and then also denying the other team. So those drones really found out those rumors before. I'm hoping to see some adjustments made so they can survive longer into the round, or at least get a kill instead of being taken out.
We did have cameras this time on mid-trip. It's okay. No, he's been droned out. I spoke too soon.
Very aggressive. You might get a kill here. Yes, C4 finding Barty. What a nice throw from Blue. Information coming out. They know that they're droning 90 as well. So things starting off better for Aviate. So they do have a man advantage, and they've wasted some time here. They're going to make them question their push after getting an early kill on them.
And they also took down one of their big fraggers, Barty.
All right,
He
this
is especially known for his aggressive style of play, so that's going to be pretty helpful for them.
less
slow things
utility
down for
too.
sure. Yeah, that's true.
Was
It's
not
definitely
able to
gonna
use
slow
those.
things down for sure.
Right, no concussions or breaching rounds. Those are wasted. There's no shield to take care of. Utility meta's kind of dead and gone now, so it's not the end of the world. Would have been more important had it been just, you know, a couple weeks back.
True, but the new season started before the finals could happen, so
It does happen.
here we are.
And here we are in this round halfway through, and after that early kill, nothing really coming out. Both teams trying to see what they can find out, being very careful, seeing what they can find.
Device planted.
Nothing being found quite yet. The defenders, they're the ones who know that they can sit back and wait. So it's all on the Leviathans right now, see what they can get going with this attack.
Once again, someone on that window.
Attackers have located a
Chilling.
bomb.
We're just going to be holding the same angle on Astro's stairs. He knows they like to push it last time, and he knows someone's on the window there. Raining taking a lot of damage, and Morrissey getting killed by Admiral through the wall. What a nice wall bang and headshot. Things falling apart for Leviathans, but there's a nice refrag on to the Admiral by Raining. He only has about 10 HP and 30 seconds. 3v4. Leviathan's going to have to do a push very quickly here.
Very quickly, and they pull it off.
Nope, Rainey getting taken out. Looks the wrong way. Another kill coming out for Fatality as he downs and finishes off Rage. Didn't know the last one's on the window. He gets the SMG-11 kill. He was contesting with Rich for that one, but he gets the 3K, finishing off the last 3 of the enemies, and they get their first round.
Well, it looks like once again it's going to be a close one if things keep going back and forth like this.
Right. Pretty dominating rounds in both cases. It was a 2v3 the first round, but it didn't really look like Leviathans were ever that scared. They had the nice crossfire on the person in trophy their first round, and then this time, well, they lose someone early, and they're never really able to recover from that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Barty really sums up their whole play style here with him pushing in. He's their aggressive guy, allowing the focus to go on to him instead of everyone else. But once he's just taken out, it really slows down their whole push at that point.
Well, we'll see how they push here. It's pretty typical to go from bedroom and hit 90, but we'll see if they go for a steady push. Whatever the case might be, it'll be certainly interesting to see if they have better success and don't lose someone early. Ultra gun go back. We saw that they 6-picked from the Melusi earlier, so it's important to note that. Those cams will still be active, and, well, Leviathans might not know about it because it's a 6-pick. And then on top of it, we see that Adamo switched over to the smoke, so they're not going to worry so much about having him on that Cade drill. Ghost has moved over to that. They're going to have more plant denial this time, because we know it's pretty easy for attackers to get in behind that vault wall. It seems to happen actually pretty frequently. It's all about, can you stop them with those C4s and those smoke grenades?
5 seconds to go.
Well, we're about to find out if they can stop him. as the round's
Attacker's
starting.
objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Well, Fatality going to be rocking the mute still. He did get that 3K last time, so he's going to help it continue the success, carry it over from one round to another.
Sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay. I see that we have two roamers primarily. We have Ultra or Blue. I still don't know what they prefer me to call them, but they're always on that roam. And this time we see Rich actually off-site as well. So 2 players to keep your eye on. As of now, just the drone game coming out, trying to get the information. Last time they tried to push pretty aggressively, and that's when Barty got taken up by that C4. So I think they're pulling back a little bit on that aggression and trying to make sure that they're not going to have that happen again. See, Barty is, as you said, known for his aggressive play. Well, he's going to be the entry fragger. He's going to be the one playing up close and personal right off the bat. They already have 90 control.
But 9 camp without one.
He's trying to hit that mute with these impacts, but it is not successful the first time around, and it's not successful the second time around. There is a little briefcase there,
Yeah,
stopping it, and wasted utility. But not all hope is lost. They could probably still get it from below, or have the Ash possibly come over, see if that's more successful. Either way, that's half the round killed, though. So they're going to have to figure something out relatively quickly. And that's Blue being taken out. Redding had a nice, easy time on that because they were on their cam, and he just saw them right in the doorway. Yeah, he missed a few shots, but that's alright. Still got the kill. So we see they're getting some control of Studied Valk as well here. Morrissey coming face to face with someone putting down their shield, and they're just whiffing their shots, not able to take them out. The smoke also kind of whiffing here, and they finally take him out. That was a little bit rough, but we'll continue on. We see Barty over here in Classical Hallway, able to peek into sight. Didn't really see anything there. Takes out the mute and the ADS, stopping the push and information coming out over there.
And now they get the Valcam.
We see that shield being placed by the smoke in the corner. And Barty's realizing that there's only one person really watching over here. And the question is he going to know that someone's behind the bar here? He's getting in the engagement. He's not able to take anyone out, and he gets taken out. That's Fatality, I believe, taking him out. Raining, though, going to get a kill on the Rich in the meantime. Over here at the top of Red, trying to rush on to Aviation. That's Bobster on the Sledge, getting kills, walking in, double SMG-11 kill. He's going to get a third one for himself, does finish off Admiral. That 3K coming out clutch at the end of that round. And Leviathans get their second round win.
I haven't seen much big plays from Bobster, so I'm glad to be seeing one from him now.
That was really impressive. Just walked in and took care of business. I'm seeing a lot of SMG-11 kills coming out. It's kind of nice to see.
Yeah, everybody being able to control their recoil.
Well, they're going to try that again, as they have only one round in between their loss and win.
Looks
Excuse
like
me.
It's really going to be back and forth.
Exactly. So they're not able to go back to trophy quite yet. So this is still the best bomb site for them. And, well, if they can learn from their mistakes. Last time, it looked like they were well in control. They just let someone walk in on them. Had someone else been watching that direction, I think it could have been a very different round for them. We see the same lineup except for Blue, Ultra, whatever. Still going to stick on the Melissa this time. Not going to 6-pick that of Valkyrie. And it makes sense because they did walk in through that door. So he's making sure to put that Melissa right on the billiards table there. Try and slow down that push. Give him a sound cue and know that someone is entering there.
Just to make sure they don't get in this time.
10 seconds left.
Nothing untowards happens.
5 seconds.
We're going to see a shield actually going to be played in the hallway this time. They didn't do this last time. So he's telling them to put an ADS, I think is what that ping is about. He wants the ADS to protect the shield, if I had to guess. The main problem with this shield is you usually want another shield looking towards Study in order to have your back covered. So at the very least, you hope that someone's going to be covering on Study's side. Ultra knows that they're entering over here in bedroom. He's already over here, so he's waiting to see if they aggress. That's the question, right? Drone work coming out. Looks like they might find him out. And they do.
They do.
And he's going to have to rotate out, try and get a kill. He doesn't. He does manage to do some damage, but Barty gets the kill. And that's the opening kill for the round. I thought maybe they could see that Jaeger, but it wasn't in the right placement. That was just us seeing it through the wall of the outline. He's just doing some quick pre-fire work, making sure his gun's all ready to go. No jamming. Takes care of the meat jammer. Speaking of jamming. And they're going to quickly take control of statue and trophy. That meat jammer not catching these drones. They're able to just jump through the doorway there. Ooh, trying to get a pre-fire, but he gets taken out for it. Ghost getting his first kill. The sub coming in here. Probably feels good to get that monkey off your back. Didn't want to lay an egg. A lot of the defenders hold up in sight. They do have control over here on main stairs and study as well. So they're going to be playing on the other side of the map, and the attackers trying to play off of that. More drone work being done. They're going to have eyes on that shield and know that it's there in classical. Fatality on watching the back. Almost shooting his teammate next to that shield there. That would have been really bad.
I think a good part about Leviathans, from what we've seen out of all the teams in these playoffs, is not just how good they are at tracking, but also how good their drone work actually is. Wow.
Look at that drone work. Bob's are getting the kill from it. You were just talking about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say how good their drone work really is. It's like their aggressiveness just doesn't come from them just randomly pushing in and getting kills. It's those drones that really help them get in there and get those kills, just like what we saw now.
Oh, Fatality gonna move down below, try and get a C4 here. He's not gonna find anyone, unfortunately. Admiral and Ghost are the ones in sight trying to hold off this attack. Ghost almost caught someone. No, never mind, they're outside, that's my bad. But they are in, behind the door, and they're gonna start planting, so he's gonna have to deny this somehow. He moves out, he's gonna get the C4 here, it's on top of the door, it is not going to do any damage. Raining and him engaging, he gets the kill on the Raining. As Raining misses his shots. In the corner, Admiral getting the kill, and it's all down to Rage now. What can they do? Can they get this post-plant situation taken care of? Gets a kill on the Ghost, taking a lot of damage, but they get taken down, and that's the fuse coming out from Admiral. And the kill actually going to be found by Fatality, but they got that round handedly after getting a good post-plant retake.
Back and forth for real. This is going to be a long one, isn't it?
Well, I said this is an important map for Aviate. I think they know that as well. They want to take a map here to bring it into a map even count. Basically start back at 0-0, and then their map pick is next. So that'll probably feel pretty good if they can get this map here. But you're right, back and forth indeed. And back to Trophy Statue we will go. This was a bomb site that each team has won once. So nothing really to go off of there. It all depends on who has adapted more since then. We're going to see IQ being brought and Mozzie being brought. I think both of them for the first time. So both teams trying to bring something new. Well, Ultra's still going to be on that Valkyrie. We know that they like to switch over to the Mozzie and back and forth. So a lot of back and forth in this game. It's interesting to know Admiral isn't on the Cade. They're on the Bandit this time. So I think Cade's a little harder to take care of. You have to know exactly where that charge is in order to shoot it off the wall. And while Bandits, they have to be on the floor. So someone going below, they might not even need the IQ. They could just shoot an ash charge. In this case, they do have the IQ. So maybe they're prepared for a Cade.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
In any case, we see the classic Mozzie mute combo. I like to see that. Really heavy drone denial. And it's interesting to note, too, that it was Barty who switched off. So he's almost always on that Zofia. This time, they'll be the one on the IQ. Not much happening. Not even a lot of drones coming in that we're seeing. We do know that they found the bomb, but that could have been the IQ scanner as well. So I'm not quite sure what that was, but Either way, they're getting the information they need, trying to make sure that they are ready to push in. Rich playing on this doorway has those Valk cams to use the information coming out. He's almost getting in an engagement, almost had a kill. Nothing being found. Playing a little cat and mouse game here. The drone finding him out, so he's gonna rotate out. So a lot of pre-firing and little quick peeks. Nothing really impactful coming out. They are getting the wall open though, and well, that's quickly stopped with those bandit tricking, only allowing a small little hole being made, and it's much too high to really be that important. Maybe if they stand in the bed, they can shoot through that, but half the round killed. A C4 coming out, not finding anyone. That's Morrissey getting the first kill. That's on to Rich. That's the Jaeger taken out. Ultra, though, on the roam, gets raining down below. And it's a quick refrag, and we're back to an even man count. Only a minute remaining. Well, that's an easy air jab to shoot. C4 coming out. They're exchanging. It does half the damage to Morrissey. Ghost getting taken out. The IQ quickly pushed in, took him out, and then got out of there. A good move coming out. Admiral getting caught on the window player. And things are falling apart for Aviate. Bobster and Barty cleaning things up at the end there. And that's a pretty dominant win.
So, either Villa will go 4-2 on this first half to Leviathans, or Aviate can manage to come out of this defense with a split. So, it's definitely going to be a tight one. I'm just curious to see how Leviathan's defense goes, because this is how their attack is, you know. Who knows how good their defense will be.
Indeed. I wouldn't be surprised to see an even split. We've seen it back and forth, as you said, and they're going to actually go downstairs now, so they're not going to try trophy a fourth time. This will be the first time we're seeing it. Well, they feel like they need that split, I think, so they're trying to throw them off and make sure that they can have the advantage playing a site that probably isn't expected. As they're bringing the same lineup, except for, I think, the smoke instead of a mute possibly there.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Well, we'll see if the change-up works for them. Both sides really having virtually the same lineup. I did mention Admiral's on the smoke now, so that's a small difference. No more bandit. There is the mute. My mistake earlier. But in any case, virtually the same lineup. And then on the attackers, it's exactly the same lineup. And, well, the only difference in the attacker lineup I think if we've seen is just Barty switching off of the Sophia. Otherwise, same old, same old.
10 seconds remaining.
Well, being a lower floor bomb site, you'd expect the verticality to come out, so I expect to see some roamers trying to aggress on those who might try and push above. But we'll see. They do bring the Valkyrie, excuse me, blanking on the name for some reason. So that's going to help them have the information they might need. Even post-plant or during a plant, they might have information from that. And I see two defenders up here reinforcing, making sure that they have some control above. Not give up verticality too easily. Ghost is going to be the one here up above holding onto that verticality and trying to make any attackers pay who might unwisely wander above without droning first. See Rich over here on the Jaeger doing a pretty far away roam on the other side of the map on the first floor. He hears someone above him. He's waiting to see if he can get a kill. Nothing coming out yet, seeing if anyone's gonna wander into his arms. We're gonna hear that Nomad air jab coming out, but it's not visible to Rich at this moment. So he's gonna have to be patient, wait for an opportunity to come. Mozzie already captured the drone, so that's good to know. Denying that drone work. Some shots coming out. We heard a drone near here. I don't know if that caught Rich or not, but they might be ready for him. And that's a nice shot on Bobster's head. They were not ready for him. They did not know he was here. And he gets away scot-free. No refrag being found. That's a free kill coming out. That's raining. Missing a lot of shots originally, but does manage to kill Ghost on that Mozzie. And they have upstairs control now. Morrissey getting a kill on the Rich. That's the Jaeger who got that kill earlier, rotating, and he's caught on that rotate. Down to a 3v4 now. Only about a minute remaining here. Defender's going to have to figure out what they can do to stop this push.
A bomb has been located.
That was the sledge taken out earlier, so they're going to have a harder time getting the floor open, but they do have some breaching charges on both the Ash and the IQ. Fade and Ultra holding some specific angles here, leaving Admiral in the center of sight to hold off the more traditional areas, and also holding that verticality. And time is ticking down. Attackers had a few kills there, but nothing coming out in the last 30 seconds, roughly speaking. And, well, they're going to have to start thinking about a plant soon, as they are down to 30 seconds. Blue Fatality playing in cheeky position, both Pantry and Memorial, but he gets one kill and is taken out, refragged. Barty getting a kill as well. Ultra's the last one alive. He's going to have to stop the plant, but he gets his head blown off by Barty. And Leviathans are going to have a 4-2 split going on to their defensive half. I'll say, this isn't any shade thrown anyone's direction necessarily, but we've seen a lot of missed shots in this matchup so far, both sides. So it's kind of interesting to note, because last time I feel like we didn't see as many as we've been seeing right here.
The competitiveness of this game is just a lot lower than the first time they played.
Well, 4-2, not horrible for Aviate. They can still bring it back. With the changes to the meta and this map being balanced already, maybe we might see an attacker-sided map on Villa here. It could be. So I wouldn't lose hope yet, Aviate fans. Can still bring this back. They're just going to have good communication and drone work and see what they can put together here if they get to go on their offensive side. Interesting to look at the lineups, as they're pretty similar to each other. There's a few key differences, I would say. Aviate on attack. They're bringing that Buck. I don't think they were brought at all by Leviathans. And we also see Jackal being brought, who also wasn't brought at all by the other team. So, interesting to note that. And then on the defensive side, we've seen all these ops being brought, but I don't think this is ever a lineup that was brought at the same time with these ops by Aviate on their defense. We have Meat, Cade, Smoke, Jaeger, and a Mozzie. So we got the Mozzie Mute combo. We got Cade as well to help with denial. And then we have the Smoke for plant denial. And Raining on the Jaeger. So, interesting. I do think Barty likes to play those kind of frag roles that are not Jaeger. So that'd be like Wamai and the Mozzie here. And maybe a Vigil, I think we've seen him play as well. So, not surprising to see Raining stuck on the Ash Jaeger. Well, we see Raining over here in Statue. He's going to have an extended hold. We see Barty coming up, almost shooting his teammate. I'm not quite sure what that was about, but luckily he didn't. And they have full control of top floor still. There hasn't really been any push coming out on Aviate's side, up above. Do have the IQ below, so I imagine that that's where they're primarily looking right now. Raining is heading below, and he's going to see if he can catch them unawares. He's actually going all the way to basement, so this is a very far roam. Barty getting caught near the bottom of red. He's going to rotate back up. He took away over half of his HP. He's down to about a third. Half the round killed, though. Aviate are going to have to start pushing upstairs pretty soon if they want to get these walls open and get a plant down. Ultra taking a lot of damage and getting killed by Raining, and he's going to get away without taking any damage. That's the Jackal gone. No more roamers being found by his power. Barty engaging with the Ash. No bullets finding either target on either side of things. He's going to get Ghost, though. Nice kill. He's down to only about 5 HP himself, but worth the risk. Is that his IQ taken out? They have some of a wall open here, but angles are going to be held on to it. Raining down below, engaging. I think that's what the Ash here, possibly, or the Buck. That's the Buck, excuse me. Fatality watching that. Rich going to get killed on the Barty. That was the Mozzie with only 5 HP, so not surprising to see them taken care of. On the other side of this wall is the Ace. He's taken out by the shotgun. Raid getting a nice kill there. Bobster got a C4 kill. It's all down to Fatality. The Buck who was below. And now he's above. 20 seconds remaining. 1v4. Not looking very great. He's only has a quarter HP in a dream.
15 seconds to go.
Is he going to be able to find anything here? With 10 seconds remaining, he gets one, but he's quickly taken out, as that is a jump hole, not something you can just walk through, and, well, because of that, he's quickly taken care of. Leviathans starting to walk away with this one, as it's up 5-2 now. It's not looking so great for Aviate. Well, after their first defensive rounds of success, they're going to move over to that trophy statuary site. Barty on a Cav. Yep, I was about to say, you'd think a 6-pick's coming out.
Yeah, you don't see a Cav coming out. I know how much Baloo wants to be playing on the Cav anyway, but it doesn't happen, sadly.
Well, there's better ops to choose in a competitive
Defenders, protect your bomb
scene like this.
I'd love to see the Cav being played.
Yeah, it'd be a good throwback to like year 1. Well, slight alteration from Leviathans. They're going to be bringing that Maestro this time. I don't think we've seen a Maestro being brought at all yet, so that's interesting to see him being brought for the first time. He's very useful. Has that Alda in hand, very good gun, but he also has those bulletproof evil eyes. So kind of pesky if placed correctly.
5 seconds to
They're going to do an extended hold over here in games and aviation. They have the wall and the study being reinforced from aviation there. Barty going to be on the roam. He's playing on the Valkyrie.
Things are not looking good for Aviate right now. I mean, down 3 rounds in a match that they're already down by 1 map coming into it.
Indeed, not looking so great. We'll see what they're able to do here. They're going to have to bring something back together for themselves. We see Ultra down here below. I think the Ash was with him. They're going to be trying to take things out with his IQ scanner, trying to allow that wall to be opened up. He's missing his shots, unfortunately. Wasn't able to find anything there. Gets something. Not quite sure what it was, but he finds something. Better than nothing. But it's taking a lot of time. A minute's already elapsed, and I don't know if that wall's even available to be opened yet. They're gonna have to go upstairs and start opening up the windows in the bedroom. Check that out.
Scanning for electronic devices. Located a bomb.
Well, Admiral on that hard bridge, they're gonna be droning and checking out bedroom and getting ready for that push. Seeing what they can find out. We see Fatality on that Buck below. He's going to start opening some floors for the defenders, I mean, his ceiling. Droning down below, looks like they're wary of roamers. But this is taking a whole hell of a lot of time. Already half the round done it. While they're just now really starting to get into bedroom, possibly. Rich over there on the Ash. He's going to jump into bedroom. See what he can find. He's going to engage with that. Maestro getting the kill on the Bobster. That's a nice headshot. Easy flick. He's going to find the Cade down him and finish him off. 2 kills coming out for him. In the meantime, there was a refrag. Admiral getting taken out. Fatality getting killed on the Barty, though. And now only 2 defenders remain. It's 2v4. Aviate starting to come together. Come alive. Trying to take this round. Rage, though. And Raining. Each getting a kill for themselves. And they bring it back to a 2v2. Raining going to continue his tear. Getting Ultra taken out. And things are quickly flipped on their heels and head. And Fatality, your last one alive yet again. 1v2 situation, you're going to have to clutch this for your team. Otherwise, we'll be moving on to map point. And he's taken out by Rage, the shotgun. Unfortunate 4v2 situation choked away And Leviathans move on to map point.
The 2 R's, Raining and Rage, really coming in the clutch.
That was unfortunate. You had a 4v2. You had Rich going off on that Ash, getting kills, getting those opening kills that are so important. And yet, he gets flanked. No one's watching his flank as he's on that breach hole. And someone just walks into the bedroom doorway and just gets him. And then at the same time, Rainy, just destroying his opponents, getting in 1v1 situations. So, I don't want to be too critical, but that was a round that Aviate really needed, and they let it go. Now they're going to be on their back heel the rest of this map. And hopefully,
Match point.
for them, they're going to be hoping to get 4 rounds in a row to bring it to overtime.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they
A
can.
tall task, to say the least. Well, another new op being brought out, as we're going to see, well, actually 2. We're going to see both Wamai and Vivid being brought for the first time, I believe.
Bomb located by attackers.
Well, that just shows how confident they are in their flexibility and playstyle. And this time they have to go to their tertiary site, so it kind of makes sense for the op choices to change a little bit.
Attackers have located a bomb.
This is their 3rd site. This is the round that Aviate really needs in order to try and bring some momentum back to themselves. Even if they lose this map, you at least want to take a couple rounds here before doing so, because then at least you have some confidence going into that 3rd map.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Well, technically 2nd map, but since the decider has already been decided due to that map advantage, I'm just going to call it the 3rd map. Bullet holes being made by Barty. Very cheeky and, well, rather disgusting, honestly, but we'll see if it pays off. Looks like he might just be baiting them by making them so they pre-fire them. Try and scare them and slow them down, possibly. He's up in the tub upstairs, relaxing there, getting the spa treatment as he waits for these attackers to try to interrupt his time there. Well, Aviate taking their time again. Last time I was a little worried for them, but they didn't manage to get a few quick kills to open up the round for themselves. So not all hope is lost just because they've lost a minute of time so far, but they're going to have to start moving in and get control. Upside down and repel from Fatality. This is going to be looking in. Opening up the floor as well on that buck. So they do have control up here in bedroom now. That's good. They're going to need a little bit more, though. And have to start getting this floor opened up as well. Rich, wary of that roamer over in that painting room down below. Ghost getting a nice kill on the Raining to open up. Top frag of the other team's taken care of. Barty, though, going to get a refrag. And Admiral gets a kill on the Barty. So Admiral doing some work here on that ace, getting both the kills for his team. Ultra was taken out. That's the IQ, but I think it's a trade they'll take. Start opening up the floor here. Is only a minute about is remaining. Fatality on the buck, and they have some breaching charges on the other op, so plenty of destruction available for them to get these floors open. I'd be wary though. There are some C4s, and that's one right there that missed, and that's the only one. Bobsuit C4. No, my bad. That would have just been an Ash charge. My mistake. I thought that was the defenders. He still has that C4 in hand, though. Fatality engaging with Morrissey, getting the better of him. Nice headshot. Now they're in a 4v2 yet again. We'll see. Hopefully not a repeat of last round, as they're going to be hoping to get their first round in a little while here. So Rich going to move in. He's going to try and find the last one, and he does. Bops are taken out. Aviate getting their first win in about, what, 3 rounds? Well, they're going to need it. 3 more to go if they want to bring this to overtime. Well, it was the 3rd site, so good for Aviate, but the tall task still remains. Can they beat them on one of the main sites? It seemed a little odd for Leviathans. They kept getting in one-on-one engagements on the defensive side, and they were caught out on like wide swings a lot too. So interesting to see if that'll be something that comes into effect here. We're going to see Ultra switch off of Sledge and go onto that Sophia roll.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
So no more grenades for Aviate, but we haven't seen much use or utility being used even on the grenades, so I wouldn't say that's the end of the world. I was hoping to see more Wamai. I like him being chosen. I think he's a really good op. Those discs, gets 4 of them over time, and starting to think that he might be a better choice than Jaeger sometimes. But they opt to go with what they're familiar with, Jaeger being
10
Brooks.
seconds remaining.
Barty gonna be playing on that Valkyrie yet again. We saw him do a lot of work, and they had a lot of information, and were able to capitalize on that information before. So
Attackers objective
something that
to locate
Aviate's
a
gonna have to be
bomb
more
and defuse it.
wary of here. The extended hold coming out, Bobster over here on the mute. Shotgun SMG 11, I'm assuming. Rage having a similar setup. So he has the shotgun in hand. So 2 shotguns on defense. It's kind of interesting to note, but it makes sense. We saw that last time they were on this bomb site. I think it might have been, who was it? I think it was Rage had the shotgun behind the bar over there in Games Room. And, well, he was able to kill the ace with it, so it's a really useful weapon when you get into those close quarters engagements. Raining's going to be found out by all these drones, and he's distracted, gets taken out by Rich on the Ash. He's going to move up the red stairs, but he doesn't see someone laying, but they don't capitalize it. They aren't able to finish the kill. He has 25 HP. And lucky for him, that was a bit of a whiff coming out on the defender side on red, and he's able to live to see another day. Barty over here on that Valk. He's going to be peeking over towards that balcony of study, seeing what he can find. Rage taking out drones that he heard out in the hallway. Flasco over there. Buck doing some work below, trying to scare them, and does some damage, hitting Rage. Probably didn't even know he did so. Barty's still holding an angle, but wasn't really able to see anything, so he's going to start moving away. We see the Buck still doing work below, and half the round has elapsed. Aviate have the man advantage as of now, but they don't really have the advantage of time at this point. Start thinking about moving above, seeing what kind of push they want to put together. Someone coming up red stairs here. Let's see, and Bops is ready for it. So see Barty over there, statue. He's probably being given a heads up on that. Still nothing really being found, though. And the defense are just going to keep holding angles in the meantime. And that's a nice shot from Bobster, taking out Ultra. And we're back to an even man count now, with only 40 seconds remaining. They have the wall somewhat open because of that ace. Well, they have a line of sight, and they're pinching down Rage in the corner. He only has a sliver of HP, and he's going to hope to survive. Use this shotgun as they start pushing in. Someone behind bar planting. I'm not sure if they're aware. Morrissey getting downed in the vault area. Barty below has the C4. It's not going to find anyone, though. And Fatality going to get a kill onto Rage. Barty, though, getting a kill and a double kill for himself. Rich, though, going to take out Bobster. Morrissey getting a refrag onto Rich. And now you're in a 2v1 situation. 1v1 situation. Admiral getting Barty. Morrissey coming face to face with an air jab. It's downed. You're down with 20 seconds. You're going to have to kill the ace here and get the defuse.
Defenders have located
Very short amount of time here. He's going to have to rotate around. Hope to catch this ace unawares. Can he? The engagement coming out. Admiral wins it. And Aviate take their second round in a row. Inching closer to that old lead.
Keeping it close still.
Yeah, they're really taking their time, but it seems to be working for them. Those slower pushes, making sure they're droning them out, taking care of the roamers. That drone on Raining, good distraction. He got taken out early on. That's what you like to see. He's really their #1 player for sure, and having him taken out early in the round really leaves the rest of them feeling a little more alone. So good job for Aviate on Leviathan's side of things. They're going to go there again and see if they can clean up what happened. So they were holding out pretty well, but they let the wall get open, and after that they were able to get in and get the plant. And, well, that's the story.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Well, Morrissey going to come out on the Malusi. I don't think the Leviathans had brought a Malusi on their defense yet, so that's an interesting decision. Probably thinking that they were able to push in and get that plant down pretty easily, so they want to slow down the push even more, make it a lot more obnoxious, and give themselves opportunity to get kills, as slowing down with the sound cue is going to allow them to perhaps peek and get an easy kill on anyone pushing through those doorways.
10 seconds left.
Everything else, though, remains the same. Barty, you doing work on that Mozzie. He has that Roni he likes for 1.5 scope. I've seen that quite a bit. And, well, can't say much about it. He's gotten kills with it, so it does the job. Also, when paired with that mute, we've talked about the Mozzie mute combo before. It's very powerful at denying that information.
Drone activated.
Morrissey playing on red stairs here. Trying to stop any push there. Barty being very aggressive. Seeing if we can find anyone out here. He's going to go for the C4. It's not going to go far enough, unfortunate for him. That's a waste of utility. Morrissey also being found on a drone. So Aviate getting a lot of information using those drones. But no kills coming off of them. So at this point, it's kind of a waste of drones if they get shot. And that's Barty getting a kill onto Ultra, unwisely running about in kitchen. And he gets swept up. Rich getting a kill onto Morrissey. Refragged by Barty, though, instantly. And Aviate are down to a 3v4. Only a minute in the round. These early engagements coming out. Admiral taking a lot of damage there over on the other side of the map. Looks like it's from above, too. I'm an Admiral down here at the bottom of red. Barty creeping down, laying down there. Didn't continue. He's going to just hold off red, knowing that they can't push. Shield on main stairs here. Stopping any sort of push up the stairs. ADS catching Admiral's Selmic charges. And that one's going to miss. Very unfortunate throw. And they're kind of at a standstill here. Buck going to continue doing work below, but can only do so much. You can actually have to start pushing upstairs eventually, and they don't really look like they have anywhere that they can do that at this point. As both stairs are being stopped. He's going to not look below him. Admiral getting the refrag, but Ghost was taken out by Barty there. And, well, Barty doing work. I believe he got those 3 kills for his team before he was taken out. And now you're in a 2v3
Attackers have located a bomb.
situation for the attackers. Only 45 seconds remaining. This Malusi. Wub doing a lot of obnoxious noise. Well, harassing Admiral there. They do end up taking it out. Breathes in a whiff of smoke, and now they're down to a quarter of HP. 30 seconds remaining. Fatality going to get some drone work in, trying to get some information, but things are not looking good. And that smoke grenade not getting any damage done to Admiral. And he's going to rely on Fatality here to hold him off. But it doesn't matter. Rennie gets the kill. It's all down to you, Fatality, in a 1v3. It's not happening. Rennie finishes him off. That's map number 1 going to Leviathans.
Really, map number 2.
You're right. And they have 2 map advantage now. 1 more map and they win this best of 5. Aviate brought it a little closer. It was looking pretty dire, and then they brought 2 rounds in a row for themselves, but it just wasn't quite enough. They fall 7-4.
Never is.
Well, we'll go to a quick break here before the next map, and we'll be right back with you right after this. All right, everyone, welcome back. Heading into Cafe here for the next map. This is Aviate's pick, so they're going to start on the attack. Make sure I get the right thing popped up here.
He's good. Leviathans defending first this time.
Indeed. They're going to take out that ace right off the bat. Interesting. You know, he's a really good op. Brings those smokes, the AK, hard breach, so it's not surprising to see him take him out. On the other side of things, we're going to see what they decide to ban. Aviate starts an attack, so are they going to take away the Thatcher for themselves, or are they going to leave him? They do. I think teams have just gotten so used to not having Thatcher that you might as well just ban him.
Yeah. There's really, I mean, I think a lot of strats just happen.
Exactly.
Revolve around no Thatcher.
And then they don't want to affect their own defensive half because they probably have strats for that on top of it.
Exactly.
So, yeah, so makes sense. Taking out
an auto ban.
Yeah, pretty much. Valk being taken out. That's interesting. You see it actually more often nowadays, just because her cameras can be obnoxious. You can throw them outside, but you can also have them in cheeky positions. Sometimes pretty hard to find. Mira, not surprising with that. Mira's banned relatively frequently, and the reason being just powerful gadget. You can put it in so many different positions. Right. So the only one that's really interesting, I guess, would be that Valk pick, but it's understandable at the same time. So we'll see what they bring on each side. Teasing a Ying, but they switch off to Zofia. I wonder if they're going to 6-pick the Ying. Ying is pretty strong on this map, I'll say that. Admiral upset. They have to go to the Thermite roll as they were doing pretty well on the ace last time. And the 6-pick does come out into the Ying, so they showed us it a little earlier, but they didn't want the Leviathans to know that that was a pick they were thinking about. So they go with the 6-pick instead.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
They're going to go downstairs, Leviathans, for their first defensive site. We've seen some teams really avoid that upstairs site. So I wonder if that's what this is, or is this their second site, but they want to play it first because it throws the other team off? I'm curious to know. Another thing I didn't really notice and talk about in the beginning was that they did bring a Capital as well. So quite a few different apps coming into play that we didn't see in the last matchup, or map. Excuse me.
10 seconds to insertion.
On the defensive side of things, so you see Maestro bring out those evil eyes, pretty vital, I would say, on this map. You need them. They bullet through if you want to make them waste utility, but you also hope that, well, they survive so you can zappy zap, but also feed information to your team.
Zappy zap.
I like the zappy zap.
The zappy zap, exactly.
Well, we see Raining roaming on the Jaeger yet again. Bottom of brown stairs or new stairs, depending on what the call out for the team is. Barty also on the roam. He's on the Malusi this time. I don't think we saw him play Malusi last map. So he's been giving us a carousel of characters he's chosen. He missed his timing on that. Very unfortunate. He could have had a kill there, but came out just a couple seconds too late. And they both rotate down. No one playing above anymore. And we'll see if Aviate's able to figure it out that quickly or if they take a lot of time clearing out above. Well, drone. That's what we're seeing a lot of. We do see Ultra on the Ash this time. Did not see them play it at all last map. That's going to be a role change, I think. Try and get some sparks moving for this team.
Yes, Tyler's on the Ying now instead. This is the first time we see Capital this entire Grand Finals as well. I mean, there's only one map, but still.
Raining might be engaging someone here. He does. Rich getting taken out. No Yings being used whatsoever. You think he has a lot of them. Why wouldn't he use them on the stairs just in case there? Try and flush anyone out who might be there down, or drone even. That just seemed like an unnecessary push, and he gets taken out for it.
Ready to push them out.
Well, Aviate down a man early. They're down to only a minute as well. They're going to have to start getting the floor opened up. See what they can do with only 4 men now. only the thermite here for hard breach. Well, they have a cage, so that hatch has gotten. Might not be as easy to open up as perhaps they were thinking it would be. He's gonna position his ash charge to take out that, and he does. Nice job. Now they're gonna be able to get the thermite to open up the hatch, see what they can do here. They only have 30 seconds though, so things are falling into these last few seconds, and they're gonna be rushed. They're gonna use the hard breach on Capital actually for the hatch. Not seeing a lot of utility being used from the thermite here. He's gonna be caught out. Not watching Coat whatsoever. Ghost getting the refrag though, so that's Raining taken out. Melusi being caught on the rotate back. And Capital pushing with them. Maestro gets one.
5 seconds left.
But he gets refrag. And the plant is going to come down. But no, never mind.
Operators, you have run
They didn't have the men for it. Leviathans win on time. I didn't see everyone else die there. That was really quick. Everything falling. And as I said, they were rushed and really had no time to do much there at the end. Well, unfortunate for Aviate. It looked like they actually could have brought that round back a little bit, getting some frags to fall their way, but just no time. Things falling away at the end as well. And, well, after being down 2 maps now, you lose your first round. You're going to have to get something started pretty early, I'd say. Otherwise, momentum could be lost and given to the other side very quickly. We're going to see Castle being brought. They're not going upstairs, so that aversion to upstairs is continuing. So they're going to go with the library fireplace hold as their second option. Morrissey being that flex position, it seems, going to whatever the team needs. Well, in this case, Castle. They think they need him. They're going to be doing that vertical hold as you'd expect. Bobster on the Mozzie this time. I don't think we saw him play the Mozzie. We saw Barty doing it before. So this team continuing to show us that they are all like Swiss Army knives, able to fit and do everything they need to. Upstairs hold coming into fruition. They have Melusi up here, reinforcements, Castle, barricades. That's going to be a very pivotal position for the defense. On the attack, we see a very similar lineup. In fact, the same lineup actually, I think.
Yeah, that's the same.
But Ghost on the Nomad, Fatality. He's bringing that LMG in the Capital. Makes sense. If you look at the stats, they're actually almost the same as the Para, just has, you know, way more bullets. Still doing some reinforcements, so being very ballsy by taking risks like that, but no one's making them pay. Aviate seems to be very methodical and kind of taking their time on these pushes, so doing late reinforcement stuff, it's unlikely that they'll ever get punished for it. Not quite sure what Barty's hitting there, but making sure his melee button works passably. On the attacker side of things, we do see them start pushing in up top, and they're over in top by pixel area here. Tyler, Rich, whatever you want to call him, is getting constantly beeped at by the motion sensor. Proximity alarm, excuse me. He's gonna blind Morrissey, so no chance. And he gets a kill. Does he know someone else is in there? Barty getting a kill on the Rich. That's the Ying. He did get to use one of his Candelas and got a kill for it, but he's quickly taken care of afterwards. Top floor control seems to have been taken. Just a little over half of the round killed, but they did manage to get a kill for it. Even man count, full top floor control. Plenty of time to work with here. We'll see what Aviate opts to do for the push. See what they try and do for the plant's position. Looks like they're opening above, and they're going to probably do a library push, it seems. They're going to be getting as many lines of sight in there as they can. Opening up this castle using the breaching charge of Nomad. Up above, being found out by Ultra. He's going to be raged, but he's not finished off. Admiral over there playing down in pillars. Very precarious position by this thermite. They could be caught up. They're not careful. Someone over in mining might have the position to shoot at them. They have to be very careful. Ghost getting taken out. That's new stairs. Someone pushed up. Ultra over here gonna have to watch out for his teammate. Ghost is still down. Gotta do protection for that plant, and it wasn't there. They get downed. He's gonna have to come in here. Fatality doing it himself.
10 seconds to go.
And he's the last man alive. His Ghost is still downed. Seeing what he can do here. They're gonna push on him. They're gonna get the kill pretty easily. Bobster finishing off the kill, getting Fatality for himself. And gets the defuse. And that round really
Defenders
just
disabled the bomb.
wasted away by Aviate.
Bomb defusing attempt
Very
failed.
unfortunate.
Defenders win.
They had some good positioning and walls getting open, but then as soon as the plant starts going down, they don't have the coverage. They're getting flanked on that they weren't watching, and it just falls apart. Well, finally we see them go upstairs. I guess they're not going to troll us with that third site being the mining fireplace one. I don't think anyone's a huge fan of that site, so not surprising.
They go there. Even with the 2-map advantage.
Well, Rich, yet again, 6 picking over to that Ying. You got a kill for it last time, so that's good. Better than the first round we got taken out early. We're going to see Barty 6 pick over to the Goyle. So first time that op's being brought, and he's going to give those key shields and
By attackers.
the pixel position, I imagine, unless they want to use the smoke one for that. But otherwise, I'm sure there's a few other places you can put those shields.
I think they're gonna put the Goyle one on Pixel first. Let's say they do push up on Pixel, you know it's destroyed and pull people off. Yeah, that was right.
Exactly. Makes sense. Nice position up these ADSs as well, trying to save that shield from getting taken out from any breaching rounds from either the Zofia or the Ash. In this case, they don't have the Zofia, only the
10
Ash. So,
seconds to insertion.
and no grenades either. So that's going to be the only real utility they have here to take out that shield, or any of these shields. Because there are going to be 3 total shields, and there's only 3 total Ash charges, so that's going to be interesting. They might not be able to take care of those shields for them.
On Pixel, they may be able to get just that one if the ADs burns in the first 2.
Still doing some prep work, getting some soft destruction down, putting another shield down, but as I've said, Aviate seems to like to do a more slow, methodical push, so nothing really coming out to punish them for that.
Gives the other team a lot more time to prepare, though.
And Goyle going to be holding the pixel positioning. We'll see how he fares. I'm a little surprised by that too. But in any case, nothing's really happening yet. A whole minute killed and only preliminary work being done by Aviate, getting some drones in. But this Evil Eye's going to stop that. Grenade came in, or was that an Ash charge? They just used an Ash charge to clear out. I believe that was a mute jammer. And they're going to start opening up that wall. Pushing up is Barty. He's going to be playing the Daredevil game here. He's going to hope that they don't see him hiding up close to the bar area.
He really snuck in there.
He is Raining in Rage trying to play support for him. He is being pinched in there. I don't know if these attackers know his positioning. Someone on the other side of the desk, and he gets taken out. That's not bulletproof. He gets shot through it. Admiral credited with the kill there. Opening frag coming out for Aviate. That's a good sign, but they only have a minute left. And they have to take care of many things. Rage gonna pop that Goyle shield. And back off a pixel. Drone coming out, finding Raining before he was about to push up. He's getting shot from the roof and skylight. And Capital getting the down onto him. We'll see if he's able to get helped up. But it looks like that's probably not going to happen. He gets burned away. And now you're left with a 3v5. Aviate starting to look like they might be able to find a round here. Bobster on those evil eyes. You have Morrissey with the smoke grenades. And Mute gonna get taken out. Poor timing pulling out that C4. He's gonna try and find a kill, but isn't able to onto the Maestro. Do they know someone's playing over here in Freezer? They do. Ghost getting both the kill on the Bobster and Morrissey to finish things off. And Aviate take their first round. Woo! Alright.
I thought the Ying got the kill on the Maestro, and then I look to the left and I see the smoke is just in there.
Just watching him crawl through the hole.
Look, I think it took the smoke like a few seconds to actually react to that, because Ying was in the freezer for like a good 3 seconds, 4 seconds.
Right, and they're lighting up that Maestro, but luckily he's able to save his teammate, but unfortunately Ghost came in, got both of them at the end.
Nice play from the substitute.
It was. Well, maybe that's why they don't like to go upstairs.
Could be. Never count out the sub. That's what I always say.
Well, they bring that unknown element. It could be disastrous. It could be, but it
Subs
could also
become
be
champions.
exactly.
It's a fact.
Could be miraculous.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Just
We're
look at
gonna go-
Rocket League.
Oh my goodness.
No,
Fair
I'm
enough.
serious.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm talking about?
Pretty different game though.
Doesn't matter. The sub did become the most
Attackers have discovered the
person with the
location
most
of a bomb.
championships. So never count them out.
I think that might be one of the exceptions to the rule, and not the rule itself. But we'll find out.
Alright. The rule can be for anything.
Banshee is gold.
Well, they're going back downstairs. They won this pretty handedly. It wasn't. I mean, it got kind of close as they pushed, but they ran out of time, and well, that time factor seems to be playing into every single round.
Defuse the bomb.
Aviate's going to continuously be pushing in the last few dying moments of a round. We'll see if they're able to do a little bit better here. Get themselves a little bit either better man advantage or more time. One or the other, because it was close last time. They just need a little bit more to bring it to their favor.
Just that little push.
Oh, Barty going to be trying to get a C4 kill, and he does! Right on the Ghost. They know that they like to use breaching charges to open those hatches, and, well, he makes them pay for it. Opening kill coming over in Leviathan's favor, and Aviate,
Loading new mag.
you're down a man early. Not even a minute into the round. It's unfortunate.
And there's your flank watch.
And there's your sub you were talking about as well.
Oh, well. You know what? Caster's Curse. That's my bad.
Yeah, I think you kind of ruined him right there. Ooh, Barty getting cheeky, trying to peek anyone out there on the rappel, but he gets a little damage done back to him. Not a lot, though. But just a little warning tap. Up above him, he's hearing him entering. They don't have anyone roaming above. The closest thing is raining here on the stairs, and Barty was on the white ones, but already backed away knowing they were going to drone him out. Raining's just patient.
Dropping into AR. Cover me.
Half the
Biding his
round.
time.
Yeah, biding his time, and, well, attackers certainly taking theirs as half the round has elapsed, and they're down a man, and haven't really gotten any soft destruction done. Not much coming out for their favor so far. Ultra using those breaching charges, trying to get the floor opened up. They have grenades with Rich here on the Yana, so that could come in handy, potentially.
Charge set.
They're going to use the breach charge next to the hatch, and that should still get the hatch open with the radius that it has for the explosion. Rich going to throw the grenade, but it's far too far. As someone is next to him on the window, he does get the kill. The jump animation makes Barty miss his shots, and he gets taken out. We're back to an even man count, even though Yana is down to just a sliver of HP. 30 seconds, though.
For aggro.
Loading new mag.
Barty probably could have waited for that.
Ultra taking a lot of damage himself, and Zappy Zap's coming out, and he's killed. They find the angle on him from sight. That's raining on getting the credit with that kill. Holding the angle. And it's down to a 3v4, excuse me. Admiral, able to see someone there. That's Diana getting taken out.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
Rage getting killed on the Admiral. It's down to you, Fatality, as always, and Raining getting that kill. Well, he spent the last one remaining almost every
It's
time.
true. I guess he's the best at staying alive.
Well, I mean, you can also say the other people have to push because they're the
Well,
fragger rolls
I mean,
or whatnot. So
That's true. I mean, except for your thermite.
that's true. Fair enough. They're gonna have to go back now to reading fireplace. They won those first 2 sites, and well, they just repeated the first one. Here's the second one. See if it's a repeat again, or can Aviate take their second round here?
I was about to say, why is he bringing a Cali on Cafe? It just didn't seem quite right to me.
Well, sometimes you'll see it in Pro League, but that was more when the utility dump meta was in play.
Yeah.
Attackers
Now,
need to locate
not
and
quite
defuse
so
as
useful.
many bombs as they can.
Well, Bobster and Raining certainly doing work for their team. Barty doing pretty good. I think last map was more him popping off. This time he's taking more of a back seat, letting his other teammates get some kills. But if your teammates are popping off, not a lot is asked of
Bombs
you.
located by attackers.
You don't have to be the carrier.
10 seconds remaining.
On Aviate's side, I haven't seen anyone really stand out, being able to carry that team and give them a spark of life. Closest thing we did see was Ghost with that double kill to get them the round. Well, he actually has the best score differential on his team right now. KD. Barty here doing some, I don't know, dance moves possibly? Practicing those 360s, I'm not quite sure, but, well, his mouse seems to be working well. Very smooth circles. He's going to be trying to find another one with that C4. This time doesn't net any kills, but doesn't stop him from trying. Bobster down below, doing the drone hunt. Barty being cheeky, peeking that tight pixel peek onto the skylight. No kills being found though. Plenty of drones being found though, as they're being thrown in and shot away in quick succession. And they're just playing like animals below, constantly harassing and not letting them get any information. They finally enter though, onto the new balcony there. Beeper still in the same place as before. They catch Ultra there, give sound cues away. No kills being found for either team. As I say that, Fatality gets a nice headshot onto Rage. So, opening kill coming out for Aviate. That's what you like to see. They're gonna have to keep carrying that momentum as half the round has elapsed. But they're getting the soft destruction that they need. The sledge above, opening up the floors. Rich gonna rotate outside, see what he can find. Morrissey though, getting his first kill of the game onto Admiral. That's the hard breach taken care of. And that's not what you like to see for Aviate. They were starting to get some momentum, it looked like, and now they only have a minute to go. And, well, no walls are going to be opened up. They're going to have to do a push through in doorways. Fatality getting picked off. That's the castle of Morrissey finding his second one. And Barty getting a kill, and then another one. Double kill coming out for him. And we're down to just Ultra by himself up above. Verticality being used against Aviate. They weren't able to net the kills, and the attackers dying from their own holes being made. Ultra's gonna have to do a 1v4 here. He only has 30 seconds. He's jumping down. He sees someone on top of the mining. He's not able to land the shot. Bobster, though, he's able to land his. Takes him out. Leviathans up 4-1 on Cafe. Things are looking dire for Aviate. Well, if there's anything to look at as a silver lining, they have to go upstairs now after winning 2 in a row, and they lost up here before, so Aviate can still they could still have a 4-2 split, which is pretty common.
It's not bad. Yeah,
Right.
It's not bad at all, considering they're attacking.
So they just got to win this round here. I think it's pretty pivotal. If they can win this round here, things might start rolling in their favor. But if they lose it, they're down 5-1, and that's a tall task to ask. even if they do get to go on defense
Attackers need
next.
to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Well, no Ying being brought. They've decided to stick with the Ash this time for Rich. And we saw him doing pretty well on it last map. So no more dilly-dallying, experimenting with the Ying push. Wasn't really doing all that much for them.
I mean, there's the last round of attacks.
We will see this time that Lamai we talked about before, though. Remember how you mentioned you were surprised? Well, now they actually bring it.
I'm glad. I like Lamai.
Throwing the Cade in the floor.
10 seconds left.
That's cheeky.
Smart.
5 seconds left before
Definitely a smart
Doesn't even
move.
look like it looks like it's like kind of like
Attackers
there.
are moving
Usually
out to
you'll
locate
throw
a
it in
bomb
and
and
it'll be like
defuse it.
hanging in between steel bars there, but this time it's just like on the actual floor. It's kind of interesting.
Well, no shield being brought yet. Barty, again, they keep doing a lot of things late into the round, but the other team doesn't seem to ever notice it. I think if they actually did a fast push one of these times, they could actually punish them and stop some of these things from being put down. Some walls could be reinforced. They could really make them pay for it, but you know, they're playing their own game. I understand. You guys might not really have a play in your book for fast pushes, so it makes sense to stick to what you know. Raining, playing in this little cigar shop cubbyhole. We'll see if they drone him up properly. This wall next to him is destructible, so if they're not careful, he can shoot them. But if they know he's there, they can actually shoot him. So it's all about the information here. Barty down below. He's going to catch the Sophia, but no! He misses his shot. Sophia able to react in time. That's Ultra, I believe, on the Sophia, getting the kill on the Barty there. He is down to just a sliver of HP, though. Still, Aviate, you have a man advantage for yourself. Can't feel too bad about that. Do they catch Raining hiding out here? I don't think they do. I think he's going to get away with this cheeky position, and, well, they could really end up being hurt for it. Bobster going to be playing in Pixel on that shield. He has the ADSs. He has his Wamitis. So they're going to have to be very careful. Make sure that they don't waste utility and try and shoot out some of these discs. Morrissey getting taken out by Ultra as well. Another roamer down below taken care of, dispatched. Raining going to be the one who's going to have to help his team out here. Hopefully get some kills. He gets one. He sees another jump over. He's not able to get him though. He's going to have to rotate out, and he does. He's going to jump over and out. And Bobs are going to find a kill on the Rich. That's 2 kills falling into succession for Lev, and they bring it back to an even man count 3-3. We're down to 50 seconds. Can Aviate bring together their second win here on attack to try and make this a little more respectable split? I don't know. He's pushing up. No kills being found for either side yet. That's a Goyo shield. Admiral taking damage from the fire. Gulf's the only one with full HP on their side of things. He knows Raining's hiding behind that table there. No kills being netted for either side right now. Playing on bar is Raining. He's going to get the kill, it seems like, if they're not careful here. And that's your sledge taken out. And he gets a triple kill. Raining, just raining all over them with bullets and getting the kills. And my goodness, he just took complete control of that round. Aviate had no answer for him.
I was gonna say, after this round ended, that if we were gonna say there's an MVP to this grand finals, it would be Bobster. But, you know, I might have to change what I say, considering how good Raining just did on that last round, how much work he's been doing throughout the whole finals as well, in general. You know, although Bobster is playing much better than we've seen, I guess, throughout the whole playoffs in general, these past 2 maps.
Right, stepping up. We have seen him do pretty well in the finals, but it was kind of outshone by other people. But this time,
Right.
certainly making himself known. We're going to see a 6 pick off of the Jackal onto a sledge instead.
Attackers need to locate.
We're going to
and
see what they
defuse as
decide
many
for their
bombs
first
as they
defense.
can.
Aviate is going to go into Library Fireplace. So, upstairs site, not people's favorite. That's what I'm gathering here.
Basically. I guess they like to waste the time with having the top and bottom.
Well, no real standout players quite yet from Aviate's side of things, I'd say. Someone I'd like to see a little bit more from is Rich. He was doing really well in that Ash Jaeger role in the last map, but this map a lot quieter.
5 seconds
No, didn't do
left.
too much. He was playing that Ying, didn't really work out. This time he's on the Jaeger. We'll see if he's able to have more success in the defensive half.
Play what he's comfortable with.
Well, similarly, as we pretty much always see on this defense, they're gonna have that upstairs hold with the castle. On the attacker side of things, they have roughly the same loadout that we saw. Maybe even the exact same loadout as what they had on the last round of Aviate's attack. See a repeat in that lineup, just for the other team this time. Rich is going to have to hold upstairs on the east side, and we saw Baloo over on the west side upstairs, and they're going to be working in tandem here, trying to make sure that they can hold off things as long as possible before peeling back. Saw the line of the repeller, knows he's still there. Does he see the drone, though? Right below. They do have eyes on him. He's going to be very careful here. He gets taken out. Unfortunate and unrecommended peek. Morrissey on that sledge gets the kill. Opening kill coming for Leviathans. They could be putting this on to map point here if Aviate aren't careful. Ultra here, getting picked off. That's Morrissey getting his second kill of the round. He's coming alive in these last few rounds here. Did work with the castle before, now doing work with the sledge. Speaking of castle, fatality down below. He's going to be found out. He's going to try and get a kill for himself, but that unwieldy weapon, low fire rate, not able to do much. He does do some damage, but he's taken out. And that is Raining, getting another kill for himself, trying to pad those stats up a little bit higher. Wants to make sure that he is the clear-cut MVP of this one. We're down to a 2v5 now. Aviate falling apart here, and it continues on. They do manage to get a refrag. It's not going to be a flawless round, but a near thing. As Bobster finishes off Ghost there. Ghost getting the only kill, and then quickly refragged.
Right now, instead of it being Aviate versus Leviathans, it's more like a fight between Bobster and Raining on who's going to be the MVP of at this point.
Yeah, this is falling apart. I think Aviate just doesn't have any confidence at this point. They've already lost one map. They're down 2 maps. They've come in. They lost the first couple of rounds on this map.
You know what this reminds me of? The last time Leviathans played Aviate. We had the first map kind of close, and the second map just
Fell away from
utter
them.
dominance from one side, which is Leviathans.
Right, and they're still doing it here. But hey, it was a 7-0 last time. This time, more respectable. They got that one round. So.
Hey, and they're not quite out of it just yet. So.
Right, there's still some rounds here to play, possibly. Hopefully. Like to see them come alive here, make this a little bit better of a matchup. But I do have to say it. It is map and match point for Leviathans here. They win one more round. They're the grand final champions. And they did it with a sweep 3-0. Aviate, they're going to go upstairs now. The site we're talking about people avoiding, well, they're going to avoid it no longer. Bringing the ADSs, the Wamai, and the shield, all for that pixel angle. Such a vital position. Trying to stop the push from Piano. Otherwise, loadout roughly the same. The Malusi being brought by Baloo again. Well, last time they were on that roam, and Rich got taken out pretty early. Unfortunate peek. He got shot from the window, and then Ultra themselves trying to get a peek, and they're right in the middle of the hallway. Easy target, and they were taken out. Both those kills by Morrissey on Sledge. He's on Sledge yet again, so we're going to see a repeat of last round. Curious. Or can some of these players get revenge for themselves? A late rotate being made by the smoke. Seeing a lot of late adjustments from each team. It's Rich below, going on the flank. He's going to rush over to red stairs here, go down below. Try and hold a cheeky position, see if he can catch someone on that hatch. On roof there. Nothing being found yet. Able to take care of a drone. He's gonna hope someone peeks him here, hoping to find a kill, but he looks down at the wrong time. He gets taken out. Rich, you keep
That's just poor timing.
getting bad timing on everything. Peeked that window player the last round. This time, it's killed. Barty though, getting taken out by Ghost. That's the first kill come out from Aviate, and there's Sub really showing that he can hold his own. He's the one who seems to be doing best.
Only one pulling even.
Even man count. Half the round done. What will happen here? Not quite sure. Starting to get some control over there. The pixel position was pushed out. But they have piano if they want to take it. Roughly speaking. There is a Ghost here. He can have a cheeky position from Freezer over into piano, but I don't know how well it's going to hold up. Fatality going to have to push in through that rotate hole and try and pushing up. Admiral holding a cheeky position. Gets a nice headshot with SMG-11 on to Raining. Stops the default plant position from being entered upon. And now they're in a 4v3 with only 45 seconds left to kill for them to get this round win. Ghost playing Freezer. Being very aggressive. The smoke grenades are going to start coming out now. The smoke babes, excuse me, more specific. That's going to help deny a push. 30 seconds remain. And that's the sub we were just talking about. Getting taken out. Rage getting the kill on the Ghost. Plant is coming down. These defenders are going to have to do something. C4 coming out, but it doesn't find anyone. Fatality, missing his shots, missing the C4. Hitting, doing little bits of damage. Morsi is down, but Bobster gets a kill. Now we're in a 2v2 situation. Can they clutch it out?
Eyes on the diffuser.
Attacker's getting a kill there. It's all down to Admiral. He's taken out. Leviathans are your grand champions. This map, not really close. They win 7-1. They get a 3-map sweep. And that's going to wrap up Season 1.
It's over. It's done.
Leviathans are your new champions and your first ever champions of WNBL.
And it really wasn't close. Really wasn't. Look at Bobster. Certainly showed off on that second map, 12-2. Reigning 10-4, a respectable scoreline as well. And, well, those two really carrying them on that map. And
I really just question, how do you think this game would have gone if this is what both teams are like at the beginning of the playoffs? Because the playoffs started like what, over a month and a half ago? Month and a half.
yeah, it's not. It's hard to say for certain what it would be.
I just don't think I think it would have been very different than the blowout we just had.
Probably. I don't know. In any case, playing what-if games only go so far, and what we do know, though, Leviathans won. They're the grand champions.
It's over.
They're going to be getting free admission, then, into the premier division of WNBL next season. That's the paid league. And, well, I'm excited for that. I'm excited to have the paid league. I think we're going to see a bit more competition. I think we'll see some strong teams join who, you know...
No dropouts.
No dropouts. That'd be nice. But overall, you just like to see that the integrity of the competition will be upheld. More likely, I know it's not for sure, but more likely with some money being involved. So that's what I'm excited for. In any case, we'll try and get into an interview here as soon as possible. As soon as we see someone popping up in one of the chats, we'll bring him in. And it looks like they are ready for us.
It's Bobster.
It is Bobster, but then they were gone. I don't know what happened. Oh, he's in a
There
different
he
one. All right, I found him. We'll bring him in here. Hello. How's it going, Bobster?
Oh, it's a great night, man.
Well, you probably feel pretty good. You guys just won. You had the map advantage. You take the first 2 maps. That's the 3 out of 5 you needed. It's a clean sweep. So, you looking forward to next season now? You guys are champions.
Oh, yeah. We're looking forward to next season for sure. Looking to finalize our roster, hopefully, and move forward from there.
Is this not the final roster?
No, Morsey hasn't made a decision yet, so he's still technically LFT. He doesn't actually... But we're hoping he's going to come stick with us because we like him a lot and we play really well together.
Well, it looks like it. they came alive a little bit like halfway through that second map, got the 2 kills with the ump on the castle, and then we saw them doing some work with the sledge, so good to see them coming alive, and you guys all seem to perform very well. So with that first map, this whole match actually went very similar to the upper bracket finals. You guys had a little bit of a closer map 1, and then second map, it just goes all in your favor. You guys just dominate. So is that something that you think is momentum? Do you think that the first map is always going to go that way for you? Is that just like getting warmed up? Or what do you think the things that influence that are?
I think the 2 biggest things for it come down to leadership. That coming in the term of Morzy, he really brings a lot to our team when it comes to direction and IGLing. And then something else that he also helps bring, but comes along with our team, is just confidence. Confidence that we're going to win the gunfights, that we need to swing something, that we're going to win that 1v1. And that just kind of rolls over, and then it turns into momentum that allows us to just roll through round after round.
And you did, especially that second map, round after round. So you guys banned Ace. Did you expect them to take out the Thatcher then? Is that just part of the plan, or does that not matter to you? Is the Thatcher not important?
The Thatcher really didn't matter for us. We pretty much knew they were going to ban Thatcher because they always ban Thatcher. So it was just kind of predictable in that aspect. We just wanted to get rid of the Ace to force them to come up a little bit closer to the wall with the Thermite, and that led to picks in some cases with the Thermite trying to go up and open up a wall. And it allows for less versatility on the offense if you're not bringing a Habana as well, because you have to, you can only get 2 walls instead of 3 with Ace.
Right, and we saw that come into play quite a few times. The Thermite had to move up. You guys, especially let's say on the defense of Library, you guys could play in mining, have an angle on that wall over in Pillar. So that seemed like a pivotal idea. So I like to see the strats. So a curious stat just came out in chat that I'm curious to ask you about and how you feel about it. You guys have only lost 1 map all season. How does that feel?
It feels awesome, man. I really think the team has come together and grown a lot over the season, us 4. We had some changes along the way for sure, but yeah, I mean, coming in as pretty much a completely brand new team to the season and only losing 1 map the entire season, going undefeated, it's a pretty awesome accomplishment. Pretty good feeling.
I imagine. I would never know what that feels like myself, but I imagine. So looking towards the next season, do you see other teams being more of a problem for you, or do you just not worry about that? You just focus on 1 match at a time, that kind of mentality, or do you actually look forward to more competition? Do you hope it's more competitive? Because at this point, it looked like it wasn't quite at the level that you guys are at.
Oh yeah, I mean, you can always look forward to more competition because that's really when you learn things, and that's when you actually are able to grow and adapt and take your team to the next level. I mean, any team is competition. You can't overlook anybody because the moment you do, you kind of get overconfident and they can prey upon your weaknesses. But if we work on the fundamentals of our own team and then take it match by match, looking at the teams we're playing in the upcoming weeks, we should be fine to be able to adapt to a lot comes down to this new meta with less Jaeger and Wamai and deployable shields, which I would say we're in favor of. It makes things a lot more interesting. But yeah, it's just going to come down to how we grow as a team, and we'll take it week by week to see who we're up against, maybe do some reviewing, and we'll go from there. We'll play our game.
So, in my opinion, Villa is a pretty balanced map. That was your first matchup here between you and Aviate, and you guys won it 7-4. Pretty solid victory there. I just want to ask, you guys go up 4-2 at half. Is that something like you see often on that map? Is that like a very good outcome for you, or how do you view that outcome?
When we play well as a team, we can do pretty remarkable things on attack when our coordination is on and when we're giving good calls and not getting over reckless. A big thing that I think helps out with the attacking, though, is just playing off one another, specifically like for trades. Like Villa, most people would consider a defender-sided map. Yeah, it's become more balanced, but it's typically favored in the defender's favor. But when you're able to see where the opponent's weaknesses are and make your rotates clean and get those early picks, you're able to do a lot better on attack, especially since that's such a big map.
Indeed. So we did see some early aggression. You guys were talking about how you wanted to get early picks and things like that. We see Barty typically being the most aggressive, right? Going out there, doing the roam game, but also we saw like on Cafe, continuously trying those hatches, knowing they're going to try and open up. I'm going to throw C4. One time it connected, so it's really awesome. Is that him, or is that something that as a team you wanted, or is that a mixture of both?
I mean, when we were looking for an entry, we wanted somebody with that level of aggression. Raining is a fantastic gunner, but he's not always the most aggressive person on our roster, and that's perfectly fine. Barty helps bring that level of aggression. He's really good at getting those opening picks. Trying to get him to reel it in a little bit sometimes when it comes to after getting those opening picks to save his life and make it worthwhile. But yeah, he does really well, and that's completely his own doing, his ability to read into the enemy and get those early picks, sometimes even picking off a hard breacher, which helps our strat fall that much more effective.
Well, very effective it is, and we did see, he did die sometimes early on, but I think we did see him towards the end of even Cafe on defense. We saw him peel back after getting those opening. He'd go down the stairs, try and regroup. So I would say that that's been pretty successful. Looking forward, you guys, what else are you looking to do? I know you guys are going to be in our league next season. It's a Premier League. It'll be a paid league, so hopefully that'll help teams won't break up and we'll lose teams. So hopefully more stability there. Well, what other aspirations do you guys have?
Like I said, finish our roster, keep putting on a good show for the org. We love them. I got to give a big shout out to them. They've been very supportive to us for this whole process. But our big goal, our main mindset right now is Challenger League qualifiers coming up after the Invitational, late February, early March. That's really what we're going for and what we're training for as a team, the CACL qualifiers.
Oh, that's really cool. I like that. It's a worthwhile goal, I think. And you guys certainly seem like you gel well together. I mean, there's always things to improve on, but I'll say it. You guys look really good.
Thank you.
So thinking about how good you guys are, I don't think we've talked about it enough, so I wanted to dive in a little bit more quickly before we end it here. Tell us a little bit about your coach. Like, what is the culture that they bring to the team, and what else do they bring? They bring strats, but is there a mindset, and how often are they interacting with you? How often do you guys have group meets, things like that? What's it like?
Oh, our team would not be the same without our coaches. Our primary coach is Air Force. Like our assistant coach / analyst is Dubby. They do a fantastic job, whether it be subbing in for games, going through strats, but I think more than anything else, just keeping us calm and intact. I mean, sometimes things can get heated, people can get frustrated, but they're always just kind of like that reassuring voice in the back, like, okay, that's fine, here's what went wrong, this is what you can do differently. And a big thing of that is also when they offer that third perspective, they can say, hey, this has been open the past 2 times you guys have attacked the site, try this time. Or like when we're going through VOD reviews or things like that. And that's really beneficial because they provide that set of lens that we don't see when we're tunnel visioned inside the game. So big shout out to them. They've been a huge help and a big part of this team as we grow.
Well, you love to see the support, and you love to see the call-outs between you, letting them know you appreciate them, and then all the work they do in the background, which I think some of us don't always think about. It's not always appreciated, so I appreciate that. Looking at everything else here, you guys won. There's going to be a break here. Do you guys take breaks? Is this a constant thing for you, or do you guys just always, every week, holidays don't matter? I'm just curious as a organization.
Oh, no. I mean, typically we're playing throughout the week. Weekends is a little bit more, I guess, hit or miss based on people's real life schedules because we do have lives to live. But yeah, it's regular practices. Things will go on as normal, and we'll continue to get better and better as the days go on.
Okay, well, I still hope you and everyone watching have a really good holiday coming up here. Just a couple weeks here, a little less than 2 weeks, and it'll be Christmas. And I know there's Hanukkah and all the other holidays as well, so I hope everyone's able to enjoy that. But that's it for us here tonight. Did you have any words you wanted to send out towards anyone specific or to the public in general before we wrap it up here?
No, I just got to echo that. Happy holidays, everybody. Thank you to everybody for tuning in, and thank you for the support the entire season, whether you're a fan, whether you're somebody in the org. We appreciate everything, and we hope to see everybody again next season.
Well, thank you for the kind words. Thanks, everyone, again. I'll say that as well, for watching. We hope you have great holidays, have a great night, and we'll see you next season. Until then.